Next episode. Did we ever say next episode? This episode is sponsored by Honey. If you don't got a promo code and it's not the Bee Honey, if you when you get an Instagram ad for like a Pizza Hut and it say use this code and you're like, oh, I'm gonna remember it next time, and then you don't remember it, guess who remembers it? Honey. You download it on your phone or any browser, a browser that allows extensions, not Safari don't got that. Maybe Google Chrome on the phone has it, but when you go to checkout in any of the 5,000 10,000 stores that allow Honey, it will automatically apply all the coupon codes it finds on the net. So like you could save 50% or more on car insurance if you use code Harlock in Honey, and then Honey puts it into the store you in. Sometimes you might get the percentage out, but maybe, I think Honey. Hold on, I'm getting a call. You don't like the ad read? You don't. I got everything wrong? What do you What? What? I got everything wrong? What do you I don't. Wait, this is the actual honey that like the bees make? Yeah. I thought it was the extension. Everyone does the extension.
Where the honey comes from, Saskatchewan, Ohio.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll fix it. Honey! Tastes like shit! You're sending the Russian mafia on me? They're good coming to break my knees right now. What are you gonna do if you're walking down an alleyway and you hear... This joke has gone so far past Sopranos that no one knows what we're talking about. In Sopranos, there's a dude, the main character, he breathes loud. Watch episode 34 of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and you'll understand.
Mom, I peed the bed.
We're not sponsored by anyone.
Not yet.
Never.
Oh god. That's a nice bit.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why do they walk like that? I'm gonna get him really good.
Just fucking like silent ass. Why is
Tony? I didn't mean it. Please.
Why is that so fucking?
No, please. I didn't mean to dent your car, man. No, come on. It was an accident. I didn't see the other car. What? I know the Tesla has sensors. No, please. Not the dogs. Anything but the dogs.
Not the bees. Anything but the bees.
What is the most gruesome way you've seen someone on either through live leak video or movie that you've seen die? Like, what is the most gruesome way?
We didn't talk. We haven't recorded in a minute. We haven't talked about the guy who got shot. Am I?
Do you know how little that there's? Oh. I'm like, do you know how it doesn't narrow it down a lot? You talked about the guy who got shot. There's a guy getting shot every week.
What was it? There's like a thing in Pokemon where it was like, you were like, okay, I said what type is? I was like, what type is it? No.
I said like fire.
No. You were. I like. Fuck. I didn't know what the answer was, and he was like, to help you out. It's electric type, and I was like, do you know how little that narrows it down?
It doesn't. But I mean, I'm not. Yeah. So yeah, apparently Luis saw a dude get shot or something, or he didn't see it, but
I did not see man get.
Why is the door just a big mouth going? Oh, come in.
Hello there. I see you have traveled many ways to come here.
Enter my mouth. No, dude, no, I'm not gonna close it. Just enter it.
Oh,
it's gonna be nice.
Leon, please don't go. Leon,
No.
Leon.
No. Please! I'll use Ray's barbecue sauce.
What?
Who's closing these damn doors on us? Okay.
Fucking.
Alright. Maybe you gotta light these on fire?
How the fuck?
Apparently, light on fire? With what? Is there like an ability? Fire? Where's the fire? No. No. Is there like a
EMP anyways, doesn't matter.
This episode's chaotic.
Ah!
Finally! Ew. Tastes bad.
Oh. Am I playing DDR? What the fuck is happening?
Go move to the back if you don't want to be in the wet zone.
Oh, was that money? Fuck.
Stop getting hit by the thing's jump!
I'm looking, Harry. I'm going through the TARDIS, okay? Don't fucking... Give me a fucking second.
This is like the fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride. Like, have they ever made that into an actual ride?
No. I assume because most people would get night terrors.
They had the Jurassic Park one, though. That one's scary. And the Mummy. The Mummy is pretty scary, too. Because you go backwards. It's a one-time effect, though. Like, once you go through backwards once... They walk so weird!
What?
Where the fuck are we? Okay.
Back on the first
They just spat us out into the place we were already... What was the point of that?
What? What?
We did it.
What?
We saved the day.
Harry, walk through, please.
Walk through time.
Huh. I guess I'm close to the save room. I guess I'll head there for now. Fuck. Yeah, so, I was working night shift, one night, and I had, like, set out all my little goals that I was gonna do to clean the store and have everything be okay or whatever, and also I'm looking currently for another place of work, so if you have opportunities, please hit me up.
You want to do the optional boss? To reach the optional boss, start by making a blind jump to the south and hopefully you'll land on a stone pillar. Once there, you'll be able to see a potion floating to the north. Leap to the... Where is this? Where was the HP max up?
That was in the room where we fought Fake Leon.
Go to Fake Leon room.
I think that was in this...
But then it doesn't talk about fighting Fake Leon.
Oh, everything looks the same. Yes, I was working night shift, right? And, I can go in the wrong way.
It's fucked up what they be doing to y'all.
And then there's this other guy, and then this homeless guy comes in, like, butt-ass naked.
Naked?
Yes.
Cock out.
Yes.
Jeez.
And...
Not the
he's, like,
cock out.
yelling and screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I, like, look over and he comes into the store and he's, like, bleeding everywhere. I mean, like, bleeding profusely. Like...
Why is he naked?
I don't know.
You didn't tell me he was naked.
Oh, fuck. This is... Oh, okay. What?
Oh, wait, maybe... I don't know. Shit.
Oh, okay, so that's my only other way. Oh, right. So I have to go all the way across to get back to the second floor. I can get through it through there, but I can also get through it to the other side of the door.
Alright.
Fuck, dude. It's fucking rough. And this other guy's like, yo, what the fuck? You gotta call police. I'm like helping and stuff, right? And, now, my girlfriend hates this story because there's a crescendo to this story that I think will piss even you off.
What's crescendo? I'm stupid, man, with words.
The ending of this story will like piss you off.
Oh, okay.
So I try to help him. I call 911 and they're like, okay, keep him in the store and because he's like spilling blood everywhere in the store. Like I'm talking like everywhere.
Did anyone
like,
try to like hold the wound?
Yeah, like 911 instructs me like put him down and like grab something that you can to like hold and like suppress the wound until we can come. And
did he let you do that?
I'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
And I'm essentially like I'm just trying to keep my cool and not like totally freak the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
So that happens, and then he starts running off into the street. And then I like start yelling at him like, yo, come here, like the ambulance is gonna come, like please stay here. And like eventually he does come around and does come back and like he's able to stay, right? And then I tell
all that blood coming out, those not good for him.
Yeah, I'm like I obviously am like really not only like scared about like the fact that this is happening, but like
you don't want that man to die.
Like he's losing a lot of blood. I mean like the store, like if you looked at it afterwards, you would think like nothing happened, cause like
people have a lot of blood in them.
Yeah, like I cleaned it up really fucking well. I like drenched like the mop in bleach and shit, but like the entire entrance of the store was just fucking red. And like he's bleeding. He's like standing like right there, and like I yell at him like, yo, come back, like come the fuck back, like don't go out there, like the ambulance is gonna come here, like stay here. And then he eventually comes back. He's there. The ambulance is able to come. They take him. They put him on a gurney. They shift him out. And then after a few minutes later, they I guess I'm gonna try to find a good location.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to guide you.
Yeah, I'm headed back to the second floor of the basement.
You'll be ambushed by an axe armor and some red skeleton minis. Do you remember that?
No.
Shit.
I've explored this entire map already, so.
As you approach this wall head, you may notice that there's no door. For now, at least, turn around and wave hello to the heavy armor who just snuck up behind you. Nevertheless, your goal is to get the armor to smash open the wall with the mace of his. The best way to do this is simply stand directly in front of the wall and hold your guarding attack. The wall will be crushed when you attack and you won't take damage. Do you remember when you fought a big dude with the swinging mace thing?
I've been fighting them forever. I'm not even on the second floor right now. I'm still traversing my way back to it of the basement. So
the moment you enter the room at the end of the hall, the doors will lock behind you. Of course, there's nothing. Cut down the frost swords and frost demon, preferring using that nifty whip of flames that we found in the Anti-Souls Mystery Lab.
When did we get the whip of flames? What?
Where's the Anti-Souls?
It's the other area. It's the second area we were in. Where was I in the story? I should put on my glasses.
The ambulance came and they took him.
So I'm like waiting there, and then I have to clean up everything. And then, like, I'm just, like, I ask them, like, yo, is he gonna be okay? And they say, like, fortunately, yes, like, fortunately, yes, the bullet passed clean through. This is a homeless guy, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned that. The bullet passed clean through his arm, so unless, like, barring, like, maybe the chance of potential, like, nerve damage, he's gonna be completely fine. Which is obviously good relief, but after that, there's like this guy, and is my wallet right there? And I actually have his card, so I'll give him a free shout out. He gave me a card. It's this guy on YouTube, and I'll take a picture of it so you can put it up.
What?
Later. It's this guy on YouTube, and he apparently does like police, like he like does a YouTube channel where he like follows police. I like actually checked it out. He is like actually has a pretty good following.
He just follows police around?
Yeah, like police reports and stuff. I think he uses
okay.
like a police scanner to like check when there's like reports and stuff happening. And so eventually like I'm talking to him outside, and then like I see somebody running. And then I see the police with like all their guns out, like chasing this dude down.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I'm headed back into the fucking store. So I head back into the store, and then like I actually didn't get this information from the police. I found out from that guy a little bit later that apparently that was the suspect. Like that was the guy who shot him.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently he ran up through like because where we are on we're right like next to the highway.
Yeah.
Because you know when you exit Universal and there's like the highway right next to it, right next to that highway. So, fuck, what's a little bit in front of us?
Carl's Jr.?
Yes, that's like right in front of us, right in front of my store.
So in the car, like what's going on with the?
He's running through the parking lot of Hardee's, and then he like
Hardee's.
He has like, I don't know if he like has his gun or whatever, but like the police are chasing him down, so he climbs the fence and then gets onto the like oncoming traffic of the highway, and obviously they stop like the stops and shit. But like, I learned later on once like things calm down a little bit more. I learned from the YouTuber that they had like caught him and stuff, but like he was like chasing like they were like chasing him for a minute because he was like trying to like intersect and cross through there, but like obviously you can't, like if anybody who's like not familiar with like the area, you can't do that because on the other side of the like freeway is Universal. You can't get in there, so like his only option literally was to just keep running on the freeway. So that's how they were able to eventually catch him. And the part of the story that pisses off my girlfriend to this day was my manager called later and said that like it's still being discussed whether or not I was gonna get a warning for going outside of the store and going like chasing the guy a little bit, like because I didn't leave the plot of the store, but I didn't go onto the street, but I left the store, and like it was under like consideration whether or not I was gonna get a warning for yelling at the guy to come back. And I told her, like, the police instructed me to do that, like, to keep him in the store so I can hold his arm. And then she was like, well, that's, like, not something that I can, like, have control of. And I was like, that's entirely a thing you can, like, in my head, I was like, that's entirely a thing you have control of. You can just not give me the fucking warning. And so, and she's, like, saying, like, all that shit. And I legit said to her, like, with all due respect, I care way more about saving a life than this job.
Managers are assholes.
Some managers are really fucking cool. Some managers are great. I've just never had the fortune of being stuck with a good one.
It's like that manager like gives out like the same feel as like some landlords. I'm talking about there's a landlord. There's a bunch of landlords on TikTok that like are so happy to talk about the fact that they're raising prices on like people trying to survive during COVID and all that, right? And like they're like, oh man, I get to have $1,500 every month of just extra cash because I charge them so much and I don't work at all.
It's such bullshit.
And it's like there was one girl that like it was like she apparently is a roommate with one of her tenants, right? And that person didn't know that was their landlord, and so they were like rooming together and they were like friends. And then apparently the roommate was just like, man, I have to work like double shift. I can't, it's hard to pay for this. Like, how do you? He's like asking the landlord, like, how do you get to like, how do you live like in this place so easily? Like, I barely see you work. He's like, oh, I'm the landlord. And it's like, we're friends. Why are you, like, apparently like the lady was like also pretending to be working a lot and some shit.
That's bullshit.
And like,
I've said this a bunch of times.
Some dude duetted it, or like it's called stitching, where like the video stops and it's just him. He was like, if I was rooming with someone and we was talking about working hard and doing shit and struggling to pay for rent, and you said he was my landlord, I'm killing you. I'm just straight up murdering you. I'm sorry.
Like, a thing that I hate is that a lot of these people who get not just managers in stores or whatever, but these is like commonplace and wherever it may be. these are people who have often never had positions of power in their life. And so
Power changes people, and if you don't think it changes you, get some power and see what happens.
Like,
that's why all these cops are like they thrive with the power that they have to just be able to do anything they want.
Our district manager, I tell my mom all the time, like, the rules that he and like the assistant DM do, they're rules that like people who never worked in this line of work would make. Like, the rules they set are like stupid expectations that like are never gonna happen. Because if you've ever worked in a company, you know that like there are reasonable levels of expectations of stuff. Like, I'm gonna be able to sell, like, it was a thing where it was like, we need to sell 12 cigarettes per turn. Where it was like, there are some days where I sell like fucking 30 cigarettes, right? Most of the time during the night,
they don't carry it on, do they?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say you sell 30 and the quota is like 15.
No. They don't carry it on. It's per turn. So like,
what if people are just not buying cigarettes?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, during the night shift, there have been days where I've legit sold no cigarettes.
Like, how do you control that?
You don't, because again,
like, you're not just gonna be like, oh, look at these fine cigarettes, these beautiful. Oh, I smoke it all the time. It's just healthy for you. You're not a salesman.
No, that's the problem. Is that these rules are made by people who don't fucking work. Like, and I said this to my mom, that like the equipment that we have for like cleaning and stuff is a fucking joke. Because I've worked as a janitor, I know what it takes to fucking clean. And like I've like, there have been like times where like my manager will say some shit, and I'm just like, obviously I can't speak out of turn, but like in the back of my head I'm like, dude, you do not fucking tell me how to clean. I know how to clean. It's like, I don't understand why managers get this like huge, not all of them. Some managers are really fucking cool, and those are dope. Like, Vince told me that the manager when he worked at AMC was dope as shit. Some managers are just fucking chill.
Because that dude probably worked there like as a teenager before.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people are like, they have worked like in earnest, like, sometimes that position of power like doesn't affect them, because like they know how hard it is for other people. And like what upsets me about my manager specifically is that like she pretends to care, and she's like, and like she was saying that like, oh, you shouldn't have gone out because like you don't know if he was out there or whatever, or you could have gotten shot. And like,
there's a man bleeding running around.
And
a homeless man.
I said it was like, I took a calculated risk. I knew going out there, likely something bad could happen to me, but I don't care. Like, I care more about this. Like, if something bad happens to me, I already called the police. At least they're gonna find fucking me there.
Like, you don't want to go through life knowing that you just let a homeless dude that was bleeding out on the street and just letting him roam free, and you're just sitting here like, not my problem.
Yeah.
Like, who wants that on their conscience?
Like, and it was like, and like, this is the part that like absolutely infuriated Britt, where my manager said, like, come on, you gotta be reasonable. If you were in my same position, you would have done the same. I legit said no, I wouldn't have.
Like, if you have someone working under you that's as young as you, like, how old is your manager?
If I had to guess, like, she's at least twice my age.
Like, you're a kid to her. And, like, you're expecting him to make these calculated, like, decisions during a time where someone's shot and, like, bleeding in front of them, and make, like, oh, yeah, I gotta be smart about this. I can't go outside. My manager doesn't let me. They're not gonna be thinking about that.
I don't think, no, but it's not even a thing of how young I am. I think it's just a thing like a rational human
I know, but
being
still,
would do.
how are you, like, how are you gonna, like a kid?
How are you that heartless?
Like, how are you gonna be like, you shouldn't have gone out there, like, being hard on a person that just saw someone, like, bleeding in front of them, bleeding out. Like, it's like, I know what you're saying, like, about, like, the people, like, if they knew how to work, then they wouldn't be like this. But no, this person's just an asshole.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Even if they worked, they would still be an asshole.
For sure.
It's just that's that person's personality. They crave
like,
the power, and they crave the, like, being able to control every little thing, that they need to get mad at you for everything.
I've told this
that's out of your control.
I've said this to my mom in that, like, how would I put it? I hate people like her who cares so much about a company when the company doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, a company doesn't give a shit about you. You're expendable. Like, the one lesson that I've learned throughout my life that is the most important thing I've ever learned is nobody, and I mean nobody in this world, is irreplaceable. Like anybody can do my fucking job. Anybody can do her job. Like, for as like much as like hot shit as she feels like she is, like, and I'm not just saying this to be facetious or like be a dick myself. Like, she does feel like that. Everybody knows that. And she gets special treatment from our district manager. Like, this is not like hidden information or whatever. It's stupid to see people act like this, especially when like so many people don't take into account like just having a good moral compass. Like, fuck a job, dude. Like, help people. Be a good human.
Like, there is a whole, like, I hate saying the word trend because it sounds stupid, but like a bunch of people on like TikTok, these are like 40-year-old people too. There's a lot of like middle-aged, like older people on TikTok. It's so weird.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend was telling me that she was like, "Are you gonna get TikTok?" And I'm like, "No." And she was like, "My dad even has TikTok," and he's like in his like 50s or 60s.
It's super weird. They just all have TikTok, and then some of them know how to use it well.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, where'd you get this knowledge from? But it's like, all these people were talking about like how their managers just like completely stabbed them in the back. Like, there's like 50 different stories about how like 6 months before they told him, "I'm gonna need a day off on this day. I'm doing something incredibly important." And it's like, and then when it comes to the time, it's like, they're calling them, "Why aren't you here? We're gonna fire you. You're not here at your shift." And like, I told you 6 months ago. It's like, no, you didn't. You didn't tell me.
Two things. One, I called out like to be like, "Hey, I have my history midterm. I need to fucking do it. So can I have this day off?" And she didn't give me off. And I was like,
"Oh, I'm doing it during the job then. I'm sorry."
Like,
like
no. But if somebody, I know a worker who worked for her once, tried to do their homework because they were in college too. They tried to do their homework and she wrote them up a warning for it. And it's like, dude, you made me fucking miss my midterm. That's half my fucking grade.
It's like, I've saw like many stories of people like, "My grandma just died. Can I get the next weekend off so I could go to the funeral and mourn?" No, we need you. We can't replace you. You can't replace it. It's easy to replace them. There's people looking for jobs everywhere. Like, sorry, next week. Like, you could give them like 10 months in advance that you need the day off, and they still wouldn't like fit the schedule to work around you.
Oh yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is
and
even the
know
purpose?
The ultimate thing of bullshit.
There's some girls that are like, "I'm pregnant. I literally cannot work." I'm like, I'm gonna have birth soon. It's like, "No, we need you. You're needed." Like, they try to make you seem like you're special, but they don't give a shit if you're there. They just need you there.
Yeah.
They don't want to go through the trouble of asking other people to take your shift.
Because this is another, and during that same call, which she reprimanded me for the thing I did, she also said to take more responsibility around the store, of like selling more stuff and cleaning more stuff. But here's the
what
kicker.
does that even mean?
Here's the kicker. So we have two kind of mystery shoppers, right? And you're gonna find this at any job that sells like stuff for like people over 18, right? The first mystery shopper are the ones who like come in and they like, "Can I get some cigarettes? Can I get some alcohol?" And you have to ID them. That's the first kind of mystery shopper. The other ones are the ones who evaluate you based on your store and stuff, but they don't tell you anything. Like, they just submit a grade without telling you anything, because like that way it's easier for you not to like bullshit your job essentially.
It makes sense. Those make sense.
So
obviously the ID thing. ID people. Just ID people.
I
don't care if they look old as fuck.
I don't remember the date, but it was on a Sunday. At 6 p.m. is when he came in. He gave us a 100 score. Who was working on Sunday during 6 p.m.? It was me.
They don't care about the score.
I was the one who they evaluated. And he said, "Yeah, 100%. Like, the store is super fucking clean. All the trashes were taken out. Like, everything."
And they probably,
really
the manager
good.
probably like, "Man, I'm doing such a great job."
Yeah.
Power do be making a motherfucker
fuck these people.
commit
Leon.
human war crimes.
pee that bed.